In recent days, spaceflight has once again brought us a series of amazing events. In today's episode, we will discuss the three most interesting ones. We'll start in Japan, where a new X-ray telescope and lunar lander were launched into space. Our second topic will take us to French Guiana, where the central stage of the new European rocket, Ariane 6, was tested. We will conclude the video in New Mexico, where Virgin Galactic sent more tourists to the edge of space. On September 6th at 23:42 Universal Time, H-IIA rocket was launched from the Tanegashima Space Center in Japan. During its penultimate civilian mission, the launch vehicle performed flawlessly, first delivering the XRISM telescope into orbit. This 2.3-ton space observatory will observe the universe in ways the human eye can never see. It will focus on X-ray radiation and study outbursts from active galactic nuclei and the formation of cosmic structures. The telescope carries two scientific instruments, each equipped with its own 45-centimeter diameter mirror. The Extend instrument is a camera, while Resolve is a calorimeter that records very subtle temperature increases on the detection surface caused by X-ray radiation. Apart from Japan, the development of the XRISM telescope involved the United States, Europe, and Canada. Scientists expect significant advances from this telescope, especially due to its ability to perform spectral measurements of observed objects in the X-ray part of the spectrum. After the XRISM telescope separated from the rocket's second stage, a second burn elongated the orbit into an ellipse. Here, the second payload, a small lunar lander called SLIM, detached from the rocket. Using its own propulsion, SLIM will depart Earth's orbit and head toward the Moon. However, it will follow an energy-efficient trajectory, meaning it will take several months to reach the Moon. In practice, SLIM will test technologies for precision landing. Through a system where cameras capture the terrain below and compare crater positions with a stored map, SLIM is expected to land only 100 meters from the designated coordinates. SLIM also carries two small mobile robots to test surface mobility on the Moon. The SLIM lander itself will tilt horizontally before landing and is expected to operate on the Moon for one lunar day. We will surely delve deeper into the missions of the XRISM telescope and the SLIM lander in future episodes. In our video on September 3rd, we showed you what the static fire of the upper stage of the Ariane 6 rocket looked like. Today, we'll stay with this new European launcher because on September 5th, the static fire of its central stage took place. The test was conducted at the new launch pad from which Ariane 6 is set to launch, and it marked the continuation of a series of tests carried on July 18th to verify the functioning of all rocket systems. The static fire, the highlight of the entire testing series, was postponed until the beginning of September. This was the first time that the Vulcan 2.1 engine was ignited during a simulated countdown, during which all preparations were made as if it were a real launch. The tanks were filled with liquid oxygen and hydrogen, sensors monitored the ignition sequence, and, most importantly, how the rocket engine operated. The current test involved 4 seconds of stable operation of the Vulcan 2.1 engine. However, a longer static fire, lasting 8 minutes, is planned for October. Although this rocket may appear ready for launch at first glance, it is, in fact, a non-flight test model. For instance, the solid rocket boosters are not filled with propellant. Nonetheless, the entire test model closely resembles the flight version to thoroughly test all systems. The launch of Ariane 6's debut mission is already in preparation, with components being manufactured in Germany, France, and French Guiana. However, it's certain that this launch won't happen this year. On September 8th, Virgin Galactic conducted the Galactic 3 mission. 6 people were on board the suborbital SpaceShipTwo Unity. 3 of them were employees of the company, serving as the commander, pilot, and instructor. The remaining 3 were space tourists. American Ken Baxter, South African Timothy Nash, and Brit Adrian Reynard enjoyed their journey aboard the SpaceShipTwo Unity. Their craft was carried to an altitude of approximately 11 kilometers by the VMS Eve aircraft, where Unity was released, ignited its engine, and headed nearly vertically upward. After the engine was turned off, the crew could unbuckle from their seats and enjoy the flight inside the cabin while taking in the extraordinary view of our planet. Unity reached an altitude of roughly 88.5 kilometers thanks to its inertia, after which Earth's gravity pulled it back. SpaceShipTwo Unity made a smooth landing on runway 34 at Spaceport America in New Mexico. The entire mission had taken off from there just a few dozen minutes earlier. Thank you for watching Spaceflight News. You can look forward to the next episode on Tuesday, September 12th. In the meantime, you can pass the time by checking out our profile on X, formerly known as Twitter, where we share various interesting updates from the world of spaceflight.